that's not even the true fear, in my opinion. I think the true fear is embarrassment.
Yeah, oh, so true.
You would rather not try something because you don't want to be embarrassed.
And perceived a certain way by people who don't even give a fuck about you. We're here to talk to you about why you should say yes to literally everything.
Yeah.
Big fucking yeah.
Big fucking yeah to that.
If anyone's offering some type of opportunity, whether it's work, life, just interaction, an event, you should just say yes and fucking go, because you never know who you could meet. You never know what it could lead to.
What do you feel like are some experiences that you're like, looking back, like I can't imagine not saying yes to that?
Going and studying abroad by yourself across the globe, and you don't know a fucking single person for the first time ever. It's scary as fuck, but it was the best yes I ever said. It just opened my eyes. I met so many people, and I still have so many connections from that experience. Even certain jobs that like seem like fuck, like maybe in the back of your mind you're like, that was a waste of time, but I garnered so much knowledge from learning what not to do.
Yeah.
Like working online full time and like working for myself. It just like changed my perspective on like how you can make money, how you can be successful, how to show up in a certain way. That was huge. What about you?
I did go-kart racing for a couple years. It's like you're with a bunch of people that take this seriously.
You're competing.
Yeah, you're literally competing, and you have to learn a whole new skill. And I'm like in my late 20s, and I'm a girl, and most of the people that do this are guys, and they're way younger than me, and they're super into racing. They knew all the things. So obviously it's like I was so scared to embarrass myself. Like I had to say yes so I could experience it. And then I was like literally got addicted. Like it was like so much fun, and I met so many people, and I learned so much about myself, and just and I think that with every experience that I've done. I think this podcast is another one.
Yeah, actually, I was just gonna say, I think the podcast was the biggest yes moment I've done in a long time.
Actually putting content out there with no following whatsoever.
Right.
On topics that we're like, are people gonna fucking hate us for this? I think a lot of people don't do stuff because they don't want to go outside their comfort zone, but in the same hand, they think the people that are going outside their comfort zone, they're just like naturals. It's easier for them or something. Everybody that does it is uncomfortable.
I think that's life in general. It's just like the dichotomy of people who push through the uncomfortable and just say yes to the experiences, and people who just sit back and watch that happen.
Yeah, and then obviously like from a business perspective, I feel like I've had a ton of moments too where it was like I was the youngest person in the room, and I was a female, and I would have to manage or speak to older men that have way more experience than me in business, that are running multi-million-dollar companies. Like I had like imposter syndrome. Like I don't deserve to be here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so young. I'm a girl. Like I have no fucking idea.
You're just a girl.
I constantly had to mentally push myself to just be like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're given this opportunity, so just take it. And the worst thing that could happen is it doesn't work out. There was just so many opportunities that I could have said no to, or made up an excuse for why I can't make it.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm not well versed in this enough yet. But it's like, to get there, you have to do the thing.
Yeah, or just like, the million excuses people give. They'll be like, well, actually, like that week I have to fucking babysit my friend's hamster. Type of thing, And it's like anything to get them not to step out of that comfort zone.
Yeah, your brain naturally like seeks that safety, right? We shouldn't be acting and operating in that fight or flight response. Like we're not, hiding from lions and tigers and bears anymore. There's genuine opportunity at every corner. You have to be so okay with failing and trying again, and just saying yes to fucking everything.
I read a book when I was a bit younger called The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. One day he decided he was going to just surrender to every single experience and just say yes and make the best of it. And then he wrote a book documenting all of the things that he said yes to and what it led to in his life. And it ended up like making him a multi-millionaire, because every single opportunity would lead him to build a connection with a new person.
Yeah.
And that person would somehow then get him into a situation where he was able to expand his business.
And it's because he said yes.
And it's because he was surrendering to every single experience, even if it felt like uncomfortable or it wasn't like something that he would have ever thought of doing before.
And I completely agree with that. Every time I've said yes to an opportunity, I've absolutely never regretted it. Whether it was the outcome I desired or not, I learned something from it.
Yeah. And failure, like, I feel like that's not even the true fear, in my opinion. I think the true fear is embarrassment.
Yeah, oh, so true.
Like,
you can't literally...
You would rather not try something because you don't want to be embarrassed.
And perceived a certain way by people who don't even give a fuck about you.
Don't worry about the people that aren't happy for you because they're not happy for themselves either.
Ooh, it's fucking true. I don't listen to people who are in predicaments that I would not want to be in myself.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to take advice from people who are in places that I don't want to be. I'm like, sick advice. Like, I don't want your life, so why would I take your advice?
Yeah.
But I really gotta, be gentle about that. And I feel like a lot of people I've spoken to will be like, I wish I could just go on that flight and do that thing that you do, Madison. I wish I could just say fuck it and roll with the punches. And it's like, I'm not comfortable doing that at all.
Yeah.
I'm forcing myself to do it because I know the outcome, whether it's good or bad, is gonna mold something in me. I have someone in my life recently who even said, wow, I finally just like fucking took your advice on that. And I said yes to this one thing and I'm so happy I did it and blah, blah, blah. And it like, now I'm going to be doing that from now on. It's like, all it is that fear of like it not working out or being embarrassed that holds people back. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse right now, but it's fucking facts. I'm beating that horse. I'm fucking stomping that horse.
Why are you so evil to the horse?
Would you rather look delusional chasing something big or look sensible doing something small?
I would rather not look
anything,
any type of way.
I think people already think we're delusional.
1000%.
I'm sorry you think we're delusional. You're boring,
Yeah.
Like, expand your mind.
Like, it's kind of crazy to me that if you go after your dream and you chase something insane, that you could even be perceived as delusional. It's like, how is that even a thing?
People are just fucking haters.
But it's society, though. It's some sort of like conditioning. Like,
oh yeah, stay within the norm.
Up, being told that this is the norm. And if you go outside of this, or if your timeline is different, then you're not normal, essentially. And then everyone's like, yeah, you're not normal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
wants
like,
to
why
stay.
are you doing that? You're a fucking weirdo.
It's true. You're so busy worrying about what everyone else thinks, but everyone else is so worried about what everyone else is thinking.
Yeah.
And nobody's actually fucking thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. We're actually all very selfish by nature.
Oh, yeah.
So be selfish in a productive way. I think it's very self-absorbed, if that makes sense, to think that everyone gives a fuck about what you're doing. I'm trying to track where it pivoted for me, where I just released all sense of fucks.
After you lost your hair and after you kind of healed from just the experience itself, all of a sudden you felt this like overwhelming sense of confidence that you were just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I would say that's probably the only like pivotal time, because prior to it, it's like I wasn't confident. I predicated my success and my happiness on what other people thought and how I made other people feel aside from myself. And once that happened, it was like, wow, anything can really just shift on a dime. Like, life is so finite, fucking send it.
Well, it's just the kind of thing where it's like, if you're chasing money or you're chasing opportunity, you really don't have time to worry about other people's fucking opinions.
No, you're busy.
Because you're literally busy, like, trying to become richer.
You're busy trying to become like that best version of you and chase those dreams and those goals, because again, life is short.
Between 29 and 30 is where I finally feel like I just released a lot of the like fucks.
Yeah.
Because I was like, holy shit, this is actually happening. Life is actually progressing. I'm actually going to be 30 and I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
So I need to just do everything in my power to get there.
Just send it. But likewise, I was like, holy fuck, it's happening.
I think the thing with saying yes to things and just surrendering to everything in life is it can't hurt to try it for a bit and see what happens for you. And then I think it becomes addicting.
How do you know that something is an opportunity versus like, let's say, a distraction?
The only thing that I could really think would be a distraction is if your only goal is to get fucked up.
Yeah. Well, there's times where it's like, okay, like come to this event and I would know the people that are going to be there and I know the night that it's going to become and I know it's going to be a detriment to my long-term goals. So you got to be picky and choosy with the yeses in a way like that. At what point does being open to opportunities turn into having zero direction?
I think it just depends on what you are looking for out of life.
Yeah.
Some people would rather learn and experience a million different things versus just be good or excellent or the 1% in one category. But I also think, like, in terms of the surrender experiment, back to that, he knew what his goal always was with his business and what he wanted to do. And even though he said yes to opportunities that had nothing to do with that, somehow they would link back to progressing that main goal for him because he would meet somebody that matters or that had something to offer him or that had a mutual connection.
Right.
So I think to some extent, like, just getting out and experiencing more shit doesn't mean you're going to lose focus of your main goal or priority. No. But when you talk to random people that you meet about, like, oh yeah, no, my priority in life is this, or this is what I do for work, or this is what I'm looking for, you just never know who you might meet that's like
gonna take it to the next level.
Like, I should introduce you to this person, you know what I mean?
Oh, and how many times have we had that moment?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, all the time.
All the fucking time. This is a question to everyone from chat, okay? If you said yes to every opportunity that scared you for the next 12 months, how different do you think your life would look?
And if 12 months feels like way too long, then just start with like a month. Okay, you hoes.
I guess it's time for us to go.
Thank you so much for listening and watching this week's episode. I always say that now. And we will see you next Friday.
Bye.